The last passenger. Mahmood Raghouri, a 50-year-old man, had spent over 20 years working as a small taxi driver in the city of Fez. A resident of the Ankadis neighborhood, he was a respectable man, known in the area, and had never faced any notable professional issues. His record at the taxi authority was clean, with no complaints. Neighbors often saw him park his car near the mosque to pray Maghrib before heading home. Those close to him knew he had one clear goal: to do everything in his power to provide proper education for his two children, the best investment in his eyes. Most of his days followed the same rhythm, but July 13, 2011, was different. That evening, he decided to work until midnight. Summer heat in Fez often meant people became active during the night. Around 10:30 p.m., while driving through the Atlas neighborhood, he picked up a passenger. Suddenly, in a dimly lit spot, a woman holding a bag signaled to him. He asked his passenger if it was okay to let her in, and upon his agreement, he stopped. The woman entered with what looked like a bag and asked to be dropped at the Dar Dbybok train station. After about 100 meters, the original passenger asked to be dropped off, paid his fare, and left. Mahmood continued toward the station, where he encountered some congestion. When he reached the entrance, the woman paid her fare and quickly disappeared into the crowd. It was almost 11 p.m. Mahmood thought of heading home. As he parked near the night guard, he heard a baby crying in the back seat. He opened the door and found the bag the woman had with her inside was a newborn baby, likely born that day or no more than 2 days ago. Confused, he pondered what to do. Should he go to the police? That would mean a long night of interrogation. Should he take the child to an orphanage? That would still require revealing his identity. He decided on a third option: to take the baby home, hoping the woman might come looking. He also wanted to discuss with his wife the idea of adopting the baby. At home, his wife examined the infant and discovered it was a girl. Mahmood couldn't hide his joy, recalling his wife's wish to have a daughter. To his surprise, she didn't share his joy. Instead, she exploded with accusations, screaming that the baby was his from an affair. Her outburst kept him awake all night. At dawn, he prayed and asked God to clear his name. Back home, his wife continued her interrogation. To silence her, he proposed a blood test to prove the baby wasn't his. Surprisingly, she agreed immediately. He took the baby and his wife to a lab. Blood samples were collected, and they were told results would take 3 days. Confident in his innocence, he asked his wife not to mention the baby again until the results came. He also asked her to feed the infant for God's sake. It was a temporary truce. Later, while registering at the taxi office, he noticed a woman watching him. She resembled the woman who left the baby. The next day, she appeared again while he was near the mosque. After his prayer, she approached and got in his taxi. She asked to be taken to the baby she had abandoned 2 days earlier. Embarrassed and tearful, she confessed her story. Her name was Farida. She had fallen for a man who later refused to marry her when she got pregnant. To avoid scandal, she gave birth in Sfru at a relative's house, then left the baby in Mahmood's taxi the next day. She gave him her number but refused to reveal her address. The next day, Mahmood received the lab results. The baby wasn't his. The pharmacist added something shocking: Mahmoud was infertile. Dazed, he collapsed. A second test confirmed the same. His world collapsed. His 2 sons were not his, a betrayal by his wife. He imagined killing them all, his wife and the children, then ending his life, but changed his mind. Instead, he decided to disappear. He called Farida and asked to meet her at a cafe. She never expected what he had in mind. He proposed to her and asked to adopt her baby girl. He didn't care who fathered his wife's children. He only wanted to leave. 2 days later, while his wife was at the market, he packed his things, took the baby, left behind a note and the test results, and vanished. He went to Farida's family home, married her, and adopted the baby. 8 months later, living in a village near Kaysarzygur, he was summoned by the gendarmerie. His wife was looking for him. He firmly refused to disclose his new location. The search warrant was dropped, noting that the subject declined to reveal his address.